Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another Slacker gathering. We got a fine set of folks for you for discussion as we're on the cusp of Wine and Dine weekend, which, of course, you all know that, viewers, savvy people that you are. I want to let you introduce yourselves. I feel like I might forget someone, so Lindsay, you're on my screen. Will you start us off, and then the next person just chime in?
Oh man, big pressure. I'm not used to not being introduced by you, Jake.
I'm sorry.
All right, that's okay. It's different times. It's a whole different Run Disney era in a way, I guess. I'm Lindsay, also known as Mrs. Spoon, also known as Linz Reed on Instagram. I am the Slacker communications director. You don't have to include that, but that's who I am.
True.
And I'm excited to be here to talk about my favorite thing, running at Disney. Like that. Yeah, startled by how soon Dopey is. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Okay, cue up Jez now. We need you, J. Crow.
The one and only. She's got lots of titles on the channel. My favorite is the sibling, but she's also our science officer, if I remember correctly. She's the one and only. She's the Jez D.
Hello, science things. Glad to be back here on the Symposium stage. I also added a thing to that. I am your product officer here at the channel. So if you have a shirt you'd like to see, let me know. I might not make it. Give.oxenspoon.com.
She is super talented.
Shop.oxenspoon.com.
Oh, did you know? Well, I still need to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're a little short in real life.
You are.
Yeah,
except for Kunkel.
Kunkel's tall.
Oh, yeah. This is the shorties and the tallies.
Oh, I think I'm average height, and unless I'm seen standing next to you guys, and then if there's no perspective, then people think I'm tall.
I'm like I'm the second tallest out of basically anyone in our family. No, third tallest. Your dad, Jared's dad, is tall. Anyway, sorry. Yes. Slackers are wee little people.
There's a picture I have in my office. It was like, I don't remember why we were there for Run Disney, but I think it was canceled, and we were all in masks, and we're in front of that Imperial Walker AT-AT. Who do you think took that picture? The one and only. Yes, and she did it, and it's an iconic picture, and it is. I look at it every day on my work desk, and it's the one. It's the only. It's Heather, and she's on the channel today. Hello.
Hi, Coach HJ is back, and I love coming back to the channel because it reminds me that, oh, wait, sometimes I can be on screen again. Yay. It's really lovely being retired, by the way, I have to say. So
guest artist.
Yeah, I love being here. Thank you guys for having me back. And I'm excited to see all of you guys at Wine and Dine.
Exciting. And then we have 3 states represented today, because obviously we're home base for Slackers is here in Texas. Storybook capital of the world. And then the world. So I saw it in print the other day, so it's got to be true.
Nice.
I know. And then obviously we have the greater Denver area, and we also have the great state of Georgia. Kunkel's here. Hello, Kunkel.
Hello, Kunkel. Live from the Peach State. Here to show you all what can happen if you don't encrypt the password for your Zoom meetings. And then things go awry. But it's an honor to be back. Thank you very much.
Oh, man.
Also known as voiceover guy. I think you need to be voiceover guy.
I think Kunkel should be elected the best voice in Slacker Nation.
100%.
I think he already owns that title.
Okay. There it is.
But the king does all the voices, including mine. So yeah.
Oh,
it's not like, okay, let's do a hill off right now. I'm gonna go first. Hill.
That's the problem. The king does Kunkel better than Kunkel does. Let's
do the Kunkel.
I need to practice my voice more. Hill. This was supposed to be a rest day. Hill. Hill. Okay, good. Whew, got all that in.
Spot on.
All the hill
It's
repeats.
a little better.
Sounded just like him.
It's what you get for asking me how you should train for dopey. But
Yeah, I should have mentioned that was on my my Runners Without Limits training plan for today. So
did you do it?
right there in my email.
Did you do it?
You just heard me do it. I said today was supposed to be my rest day, so now I'm pushing off tomorrow's workout because I just did hill repeats.
I mean,
this is how coaching works. Yes.
I'm also I'm what is it? I'm reframing victory or calling it. Yeah, we're gonna do that one too. I like that. That's one of my favorites.
what's your favorite victory?
Claiming victory. That's it. I'm claiming victory over today's rest day workout.
Oh, yes.
Me too.
Whenever you can.
Jared, how many victories have you claimed over rest days recently?
You know, just as I said, and training's over. Happy dopey. If rest is a weapon, and I've got an atom bomb. So whatevs, Oppenheimer.
I think that's the first Oppenheimer joke on your channel.
Oh yeah,
It probably is.
Wow.
haven't
Cool.
seen it.
I was going to say we don't have a statistician that I know of on staff, but I think the hill might be the most quoted canon phrase. I think it makes it into most episodes.
It does tend to pop up on those.
Closely behind is lit. It's lit, y'all, or
Mhm.
Spanish for whatever.
Like-
but yeah, definitely during every race recap, there's a hill.
I think
I
it
feel
made
like
for walking through New York.
yes, it did. My child,
Wow.
Coach Kid, now says it on a regular basis, and he likes to say it, and he deepens his voice as much as he can when he does. I do believe that TLBS would be able to tell us if it is the most quoted as the
Probably.
Slacker historian.
Mhm.
Yes. I
So
think
we do have a statistician on staff.
Mhm.
Still.
He's just on a work
Ooh.
conference. So
Boo.
Ooh.
guy, I know.
Ooh.
He didn't ask for his paid time off from the channel. We'll let it slide. You need to introduce the king.
Oh yes, we've meandered enough. It's time to now introduce the man, the myth, the legend, the king of all media. Good to see you. How are you doing, sir?
Well, it seems like my Zoom feed is doing better. I thought I was paying good money for good internet, but as I turned off the stream for NLCS Game 7, it seems my computer is running better. Now I just have to watch the score on MLB app on game day. So, yes, we are recording this on NLCS Game 7 day, awaiting who will play the Texas Rangers. That's how I'm doing tonight.
You Texan type folks, by the way.
What was that?
So congratulations to the Texans. Whether you claim the Rangers full time or not, that's fun.
Yes, I got half of my Dream World Series. If the Braves would have just beat the Phillies, we could have had this Jar Rocks and Spoon Dream World Series here. Not saying the Diamondbacks are slouches, but
Good times. And by the way, Kunkel, thank you for congratulating us. I did work very hard.
I did. Same.
Hey, I've seen you work out the base path and everything there. That's pretty
true.
impressive.
That's true. We'd have graced that field this year.
Yeah.
It was beautiful and much longer than I anticipated.
Yes.
Just imagine how long it takes Jose Altuve to run those bases.
Well, is he doing run, walk, run? Is he doing intervals?
Probably
You're run
Like
first to second and walk like the third.
30 feet run, 30 feet walk, 30 feet run. I think that I don't know if he raises his hand. Maybe he just listens to the trash can bang, then he starts walking. Trash
Maybe
can bang, run again.
Maybe he raises his hand when he cheats.
Maybe.
He's got to tell.
I'm cheating. I've lived in Texas long enough to know that I have to hate the Astros.
Don't tell
Oh,
Texas,
really?
Melissa.
I want to hear more about that.
I think you only have to live
Why
on Earth
is
to hate
that?
the Astros, but okay.
Cheaters. They're
So why is that, Lindsay?
The Astros cheated in 2011.
17.
2011 was the last time the Rangers were in the World Series and they lost Game
Correct.
7. 2017, the Astros were not only accused of, but proven to be cheating. And they still get to play baseball. Including
They got a slap on the hand.
When you win a championship, you go to Disney World. The last time I saw Wine and Dine is always after the World Series. The last time that I recall that there was a Major League Baseball championship parade was in 2017. And Sibling and I sat in the hot Magic Kingdom Main Street waiting for the parade with the aforementioned Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, who's now on the Twins, and George Springer, who's now on the Blue Jays. It was a very short parade. Watching them, I think I have some confetti from that, but now they were found out to be cheaters. But that was the last parade.
I have footage of that same parade because I was there.
I have pictures.
Yeah.
So let's speak more about that real quick. So you were there too, Lindsay.
I have actual footage standing watching the parade, which only happened once. It's not like Mickey's Magical Nighttime Hug Fest parade, though I don't know what they're called anymore. The name's changed a lot. But yes, I was there. We were in the same place at the same time.
Your future husband was right down the main street there, the main thoroughfare.
All y'all.
It was the day before the half because we had a proper dining reservation back when we cared about what we ate before the half.
It was November 4th.
Eating like pizza and salad from Trattoria.
It was, and then I had ice cream, according to my photos.
Maybe you were enjoying.
And we had some Beverly.
Oh
yeah.
And then I ran as Beverly.
That was my first runDisney race. Was that half?
And you didn't do a challenge, right?
I just showed up just for the half and was hoping I would finish. I was worried about it.
Look at you now. Are you at the same spot now?
No, I've reverted almost all the way back to that.
Nice.
Just kidding. Not that far, but running is funny that way. We were talking about that with a coworker earlier. You gain, you give it all back. This is where I'm looking at you, Coach, to chime in. You work, you work, give it all back. And it's just, it's kind of hurts you up and mentally.
And it hurts you physically too, because then you go out and try to run thinking it's like riding a bike, and it ain't.
No, I know how to do this. Sure. Let me throw down 5 miles. And no.
Nope. I tried to do 4 and it hurt me. After not running since Boulder, it hurt. Wow. Like I had to walk a lot and struggled with my breathing. I mean, it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
But I stuck with it and I feel a lot better now. Like 30 days, less than 30 days later, I'm like, okay, it came back nice. You can remember just like, ooh, the pain of the starting.
That's another perk to the not training method is that you only do the race once, and so it hurts a lot, but only for a little bit, as opposed to protractedly over a few weeks of training. So it's one benefit. It's just a lot of ouch, just once.
Ouch is also what Coach HJ is feeling right now during this conversation.
But I mean, we are looking forward. November 2nd coming up is the official, the first day. It's the Expo day. It's the official first day of the Wine and Dine half marathon weekend training plan. So, it's good time to kick things off.
It's like the first day of school. We all need to take pictures of ourselves with our backy packs and our little fits.
So that was a really nice segue from Kunkel on that. We are here to talk about Wine and Dine because we like to meander on this channel. If you've not figured that out,
meandering.
Sorry, thank you. We do, and I am. Wanted to ask, with us being on the cusp of the new runDisney season, as was alluded to, I wanted to know if you had a way that you felt you were going to make this particular runDisney season kickoff more unique than others. And because you guys and us have done many of these now, many Wine and Dines. Heather.
I'm not bringing a camera.
Yes.
I am not bringing extra cameras and batteries and all kinds of setting up shots, and I'm not going to get there early so I can get all of my B-roll. I'm just going to enjoy myself and run with my friends and let them take all the video. I can't tell you how excited. And I didn't do an event guide breakdown. I had so much time this week. I didn't know what to do with myself.
So help me, if I wind up running through the castle in the Wine and Dine half marathon, it's going to be your fault.
It's gonna
Ryan Teets is my official endorsed breakdown video now.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Ryan Teets, for doing
Ryan
that.
Teets, and Weatherman. We just adore that.
The
guy.
weatherman has shown up on the stories, and I messaged him and I was like, "Thank you. This is my favorite part of the year when Ryan becomes a weatherman."
I did want to say that I thought that Heather not seeing Coach HJ's course, the Expo guide and all that was a void. I missed it, but I am happy for the retirement.
Yes.
I'm
And that was a great answer, by the way. You looked locked and loaded for that answer.
I was I was hoping this question would get asked, actually. So it's been something I've been thinking about a lot. Of course, our last podcast went up like a month ago now. So it's I miss Jen every week, and I miss talking to everybody, but it really has been a very, very good thing for both of us, really. But yeah, so I'm going to enjoy myself much, much more and just like do Disney the way Disney's supposed to be done, just enjoy it and take it all in. Cause I haven't done that in 5-6 years. So I'm looking forward to it.
And just think, without all that extra stuff in your bag, you'll have room to finally get Run Disney merch.
That has never stopped me. By the way,
that's what the extra suitcase is for.
Stopped me.
She can carry my extra snacks because I get snacky on the run.
And when the Slacker Mobile pulls up on race morning, you can not worry about us rolling up whenever we roll up and showing up at the parking lot.
I love it.
Yeah, it's good. Good, guys.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to being slow.
Well, I did consider trying to come up with some innocuous activity that Run Disney would want to outlaw by the time the next race came along, and just do that weekend. But I could see that getting out of hand, and the poor folks that work on Run Disney stuff have their hands full, so that wouldn't be very nice. All that would be, and besides that, actually wouldn't be unlike any other previous season. So that's kind of been done already. There is a chance I could wind up doing the perfect Run Disney Florida season. I'm the 10K and half at Princess away. I had not planned on running springtime, but I got talked into that. And so now retroactively, those are the two I don't have on the calendar. I'm not going to California. I'm going to live vicariously through all you sore people and enjoy that. But so that might happen. Outside of that, it's funny. I started running Disney in 2020, which now seems like a while ago. So I'm not sure what's left to do that's new. I've done characters, not done characters. Stretch. That's what I will do there. I'm going to do that that's it. That will make this a unique season. I'm going to stretch before the races this year. That's a good answer.
That's a really interesting concept, Kunkel. I would love to hear how that works out for you.
All right. Jez, what do you got? I know it's past your bedtime. So what
it is past my bedtime. Wine and Dine is it's my favorite Run Disney weekend. However, I have not encountered a Wine and Dine weekend without a little hiccup. My first one, Jared made me go on Mission Space Orange. Which if you all know.
Terrible idea.
Mission Space Orange.
Why?
We'll just So that was a lovely time at the after party with a massive headache. And then there was the eyeball incident of 2021, the eyeball incident. Ooh. And then there was the fish in a bag incident of 2022. Oh, no. So knock on all the things. All of, I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Let's hope I get through all 3 races in a regular, healthy manner. Knock on things again. Little stitches.
No driving to Walgreens.
No driving to Walgreens for.
I remember all those things, but I don't remember associating them all with Wine and Dine, and now I feel about them.
All with Wine and Dine. It doesn't help that this is what I call allergy season in Texas, and I can't go outside. I went out for a run one day and came back, and I was like, "That's going to kill me," and it did because the wind blew all of the allergens into my orifices, and so yeah, we're just hoping for just a nice, clean, normal race where training is difficult and I'm not fast anymore. Not that I was ever fast.
Can I bring up an interesting side point about doing the same event at the same place so many times that I forget when certain things happened, like which weekend that certain thing happened that I'll remember. I can't remember if that was Wine Dine or Dopey. I just can't. Does that happen to you guys?
All the time.
All the time.
Not Jared.
Or when you try and get it, when I'll be like, wait, what costume did we wear for that race?
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of what I was thinking was of costumes. I was like, I can't remember exactly when I wore that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only exception are the not weekends when we went down, except that those bleed into each other. Like
yes,
that season of not weekends where they all felt like the same thing.
And they all had their own costumes too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what we're talking about, but the not weekends during the convid, when there were no Run Disney races, we made our own.
We
starting
did.
with the
think about
1/4 portion. What did we call that?
1/4
portion.
1/4 portion.
It was just the one.
It was Slack and Dash, right?
Yes.
Slack and Dash.
We did 1/4 portion of the distance of races. Then we did the stealthy challenge during
Which is
not what?
It's where we met Kunkel at the stealthy.
Yes, we did.
Hey, can stop.
Masked Kunkel. I didn't see your face till Atlanta.
Your whole face.
Sorry
We're
about
actually not sure if this is the real Kunkel or not.
Oh yeah.
It's a Zoom filter. Actually look much worse, believe it or not.
Yeah. Then we did the classy sachet, which we got iced in for, but people did that virtually, and then followed by the March of the Mobile Order. So we did those 4 race weekends during the convid, and we came back for Wine and Dine 2021.
Links above.
Mm-hmm.
Link above to one of those.
In that portion of the screen somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm at. So
Okay, I have an answer now. Can you rephrase the question to make sure I answer it correctly? What am I going to do new this year?
I think it was phrased as the season is starting. So how are you going to uniquely start this season in ways you haven't others?
Okay, well, now I do think one of my goals is to have, because of actions we do not nefariously, but because of choices we as Slacker Nation make, I hope there are amended Run Disney rules by the beginning of the next season in some capacity, whether it's like amended costume rules, amended prop rules, amended allotment of musical instruments and or singing on course rules. I continue my desire to perchance have Slacker Nation imbued in all of the fine print in the Run Disney printed materials. The other thing that I was thinking about that made me happy is thinking about all of these not weekends, the real weekends. Every season we start and there's like someone that I currently do not know who by the end of the season I'm planning to like fly to in the state of their residence and run a race with them, right? At the beginning of every season, there's at least one person, like many people that we meet, and I'm super excited to be their new besties with. But there are people we meet every season that it's like, hey, when can I come visit your house and have fun with you and play with you? When can I have an inaugural Kunkel barbecue at your house, Kunkel? Like, so that's something we actually did, is we invited ourselves to an inaugural, was it a 4th of July barbecue?
Uncle.
Yeah.
That was for Peachtree. Yeah, that was great.
Yes. So I will do my very darndest to make sure people aren't afraid of my buoyant, effervescent energy, because I'm excited to find out who my new friends are. And they're out there. Maybe you, viewer, are one of those friends. I don't know. So that's me. Okay, carry on. Communications director.
You brought up something that Kunkel brought up earlier. So now that two of y'all have touched on it, it's some discussion about the costume rule thingies.
Is it new or is it just they have really emphasized them?
I think they
I don't
just
know. That's what I'm
reworded
asking.
it. I really think they just reworded it.
I think so too.
It wasn't clear before, and they weren't enforcing it.
Also, they did add the line about the contours of your body.
Right. I think that was it.
I love that.
runDisney has no business knowing the contours of my body.
It's a little personal.
How are they going to double check?
Yeah.
How do you know what my contours are?
Yeah.
That's like how you. I do want to see that enforced. I think that would be hilarious. I'm sorry.
I'm now a little terrified that somebody's going to come up to me at the next race and ask me to take my inflatable costume off. Like, no, Jack, this is just me. Yeah.
Take away all that padding, ma'am. Nope. I am.
This is me.
No padding.
The Wine and Dine 5K will be my 50th race. So
congratulations, King.
We'll, celebrar. That means to celebrate y'all in some form or fashion. But going into this season, as vastly undertrained as I've ever been, this is this is going to be the race season where I travel the most on my feet. There are 5 race weekends here, everyone. There's Wine and Dine, there's Marathon, there's Disneyland, there's Princess, and there's Springtime Surprise. So there's 5 race weekends there for everyone doing all of them. And I'm doing all the races except 2, the first 2 at Princess. So it's a lot of traveling. HJ, you were doing all of them.
I'm registered for all of them.
Doesn't mean she has to do them all.
I am registered for all of them. That's all I'm going to say right now.
It's just
Bill
a registration,
is too, right? Is Bill TLBS?
Yes,
Legendary Bill
TLBS
Stewart?
is doing it too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
TLBS, short for the Legendary Bill Stewart.
Yes. So that's something. It's like, here's this 5K. If I'm struggling during the 5K, it's going to be a long season. But here we go.
You really are the most severely undertrained I think you've been since I've known you. I think.
Yeah.
But it's because you're innately athletic. I believe
It's so cute.
It really is. It really is. The miles have gone here, but the training has gone here.
And it's not like on purpose most of the time. Some of the time, a little of the time. It's like, man, I gotta what?
It's a little bit purpose.
I try. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. That's my
Not
answer.
to make any kind of excuses for anybody, myself included, but it was really hot this summer.
It was really hot.
Stupid hot forever.
No. You know, my thresholds of running outside in Texas, and for various reasons, morning times don't work for me except for the weekends. It's usually like 95 and below. I will run. This year, I was like, well, if it's below 100, there was one day I just watched the temperature and it dipped to 100, and I was like, I guess I'm going to go run.
I get random texts from Jez about how, why am I running outside? It's 108 degrees.
It's 100. This is dumb.
So it feels nice now.
It does.
Our little window we get where it's like not stupid hot, but it's also not freezing rain.
How long does that
live? Not long enough.
Yeah.
2 days.
It sometimes feels like 2 days. It's probably more like 2 months, but
Mr. Crow.
What are you doing that's new this year?
I was going to ask.
What am I doing?
Yeah, we want to know about you.
Oh, I don't know.
I take your job, but I figured, somebody.
No. Yeah, no, sorry.
Wants to know.
I didn't even think about it since I'm the one asking the questions. I didn't. I don't know. Looking to have a good time. Running is, like we were talking earlier, didn't run a lot, so I'm kind of doing it again. So excited to do it in that excited environment. So it's not unique or different, but I definitely am undertrained also. I did very little. So that'll be interesting to see how that works out. So maybe that's the unique thing, is that I came into it less prepared, but mentally very, 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 very excited. And I get to see all my friends. I love that part.
We get to see you, Justin, even though we live in the same city.
No.
Isn't life weird like that?
No.
Weird.
I haven't seen MK in like months.
I haven't either. I know. Life is a weird thing like that. All I was going to do was ask the next round of questions. I was going to. This channel has a lot of dining influence in terms of we love the way Disney influences us with their amazing food. So we were going to talk about what you're most excited about for tickling the tongue at Disney at Wine and Dine. Is that the way you phrased it, King?
Tickling your taste buds.
Sorry, I knew it was like mouth. I was going to say tickle your mouth, and that was not right.
I think we.
John, I'm sure you can make this more awkward somehow. I want to see how we.
Keep going.
Yeah, I felt it going. You know what I was asking? Tickle the taste buds would be the correct phrase.
What gives
This,
me tingles?
Yes. What are you most excited about? It's maybe make it more rapid fire. We'll go around the table.
Well, I'm always looking forward to a good Dole Whip. I'm an old fart, and the Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room is my favorite attraction in all of Disney World. That's how old I am. I love me some Tron and Guardians and all that, but at the end of the day, a Dole Whip and sitting singing with the birds, that's heaven for me. So I'm always looking forward to a Dole Whip. Although I will say, and I'm running over time on my rapid fire here, I think the one thing, not so much a food, but I have always wanted to celebrate a race weekend at Trader Sam's, and I have yet to get into that place. Like I've gone lots of times. It's the wait's like 14 hours and this, that, and the other, and so I wind up on the patio having a beverage. But I know it's not the same. So I'm really hoping to celebrate this time around Monday, maybe after the half marathon, and get to the Polynesian by about 9:00 in the morning. Just sit in the hallway. That's my goal. Yeah.
I want to make this happen for you. I had no idea that was a dream. I'm going to make your dream come true, sir. It's going to happen.
I've never been to Trader Sam's at Disney World either, I don't think.
I haven't either.
We've done it at Disneyland, but not Disney World.
Guys, let that be the thing.
We need to make that happen.
By the end of the season, let us raise a glass at Trader Sam's.
A tiki mug at Trader Sam's.
Oh, yeah, a tiki
collectible tiki mug.
One that I can take home as a souvenir.
That's preferably lit.
Y'all.
With a light inside a cube, like an Annapurna Zing.
All right, so that's a perfect segue. I will go next. I think I think you knew that. So I always try to get Nomad Lounge, Annapurna Zing, and lobster mac and cheese. I am starting off my trip that way. So I'm dropping my bags and going straight to Animal Kingdom and doing that thing. The other thing I was thinking about today, because it's sort of that fall pumpkin pie spice kind of thing, I was thinking of the at the Germany caramel pavilion at the caramel place. Yeah, that. And but with the gingerbread gingerbread cookie sandwich. Caramel
those are so good.
I was thinking, I think that needs to be a thing for me, because I keep thinking about it when I go down there and I don't actually do it. I think I've maybe had one, maybe two, but I think I need to make that happen for this trip specifically.
Okay. It shall happen.
Okay.
Decide.
But Annapurna Zing and lobster mac, that's it.
And Nomad Lounge. I knew that about you.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited about getting a No Way Jose. Whether it's
great answer.
Shout out to you, Marv. Whether it's from inside or just straight from the window at the to-go to Beaches and Cream, I am eyeing to behold a No Way Jose. I'm also eyeing to behold Homecoming, but I don't think we're actually going to go there. So I'm a little sad about that, but that's okay. And then finally, Boma Breakfast. I love Boma Breakfast. Boma Breakfast makes me happy. So I think we might actually have one of those the day of the expo. But number one, No Way Jose. For sure.
I've always known you liked Boma, Lindsay. I always knew that about you. That's a long on your long list, right?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Jacob.
I'm just reminded of how expensive these trips are.
Another great answer.
I was like, oh man. But the first thing that popped into my mind was a lovely school bread. I do love a good school bread. Just take it and eat it around Norway, or as MK calls it, Viking land, and just enjoy my school bread. Also, Main Street Confectionery used to make this, and I haven't seen it in a while, but they would do a Mickey gingerbread cookie. That was my absolute favorite. And if they brought that back, that would be lovely.
Okay.
Mickey gingerbread.
Let's do it. Jar?
Well, I love to walk around Epcot during festival time, and I haven't watched any videos as of yet on what food is available or what new food is available. But one of the when I was thinking of this question, there's one item that I was like, I like that. I think I'm gonna get that sometime. It's either at the Australia or the New Zealand booth. It's the lamb chop. Something kind of simple, but it's usually very delicious. So I like eating stuff like that. And whatever else tickles my fancy around the World Showcase, and my taste buds tickles my taste buds.
I always think that would be a great title for a segment, Tickle Your Taste Buds.
Taste bud.
I would agree with you, King. I'm excited about anything in the festival grounds. There's always something that I really like that stands out to me. It takes a while to find them sometimes, but once you do, you're like, that's really good. And the other thing I was looking for is really, really good coffee, and not like a specialty coffee place. Do y'all know about any Disney place that touts itself as not just like a
We're just going to
Joffrey's
take you. I'm going to take you somewhere in the storybook capital of America.
Well, I know that. That's why I've gotten better at it, Jez. I know I've gotten better at coffee because Abilene's gotten better.
Yeah.
But
So I want to see what Disney has.
He brought his own coffee making stuff.
What about French?
You become that person.
What about French Pavilion?
But it was really good
It works.
coffee.
I was thinking you'd want to go to AK and go to that little place that has the beer that you like. That's the place
stand?
that's not. Yeah.
Is there a good coffee place in Disney World that's not Joffrey's? Because
No.
I don't think Joffrey's.
I mean, it's either Joffrey's or Bucks.
I will say I think I prefer the K-Cup makers at Saratoga Springs over the K-Cup makers at All-Star Movies.
I think that they're superior there.
Yeah. Well, I've never had to ask for a replacement one at Saratoga Springs because I went to open the lid and something was growing out at me, and
Cool.
Yikes.
that's
Cool.
not good coffee.
J. Crow, you know what we'll bring you? There are some pretty stellar chocolatey coffee drinks at the Ghirardelli in Disney Springs.
Gideons.
So I was thinking Disney
Gideons,
Springs
yeah.
might be the
Gideons.
place. Yeah.
Gideons. Yeah.
There you go. See, I'm glad I asked. That's perfect.
Well,
I thought
coffee.
you
Gonna
were
have to get
teeing
in
us
line.
up. I thought you were teeing us up for Joffrey's, but I don't think you were.
That's
That's why we all made faces.
That's why I'm like, I don't like Joffrey's, though. No, J. Crow.
No one
but
said anything about Joffrey's.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. And I can. Yeah.
serviceable.
I got you, J. Crow. We'll get you
Okay.
past Joffrey's.
I'm glad I brought it up.
Yeah, we're here to help.
A cookie,
Uh,
a coffee, and some pre-diabetes.
You're right.
The whole cookie.
Yes.
From
It goes
Gideons.
better with coffee. They go best together.
Did you say pre-diabetes?
Yeah, because the cookie by
Okay.
itself, you eat the whole cookie.
There
It's a
you
big
go.
cookie. It's got a lot of chocolate on it. Sugar.
So
Like, what a cool cookie name.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
PSA:
Yeah,
no
it's
one should eat a Gideon's cookie by themselves.
so I was going to bring up.
In one sitting.
Yeah, I ate half of one with the king, and it was a lot to.
Now-
Yeah,
We were young.
When was
men.
that, King?
We were young.
When
men
was
back
that?
Then
Yeah,
it was like 2000. It was back when it was only me and you who knew each other.
2018.
Something like that. It was
Yeah.
back when you had to buy a Gideon's cookie from the Polite Pig.
Yes, that's
So it was
correct.
that. It's like, oh, I heard these cookies were good. You want to split one?
Yeah, I went into like a sugar shock,
Yeah,
like sugar
that was-
overload.
Back when the metabolism was a little faster.
Oh, The old abolism.
Are we ready to round third and head into home with the final round?
Let's do it.
Baseball metaphor.
Well, thank you. Let's do it in true slacker form. I want to know what everyone's eyeing to behold this next race weekend, Wine and Dine.
Okay, I have two things. One is I actually want to try and eat more at the festival this year. I never do eat as much as I want to, partly because I'm like, I don't want to spend $10 for that. But I have a little joie de vivre right now hearing us all reflect on the festival. So I have a goal at the after party to eat around the world more. But my true eyeing to behold, and I don't know if this is possible, but J. Crow, this alludes to something that we brought up, I think, in a summit past recently, where I mentioned that there's sometimes I have some sadness to think that one day you and Jar Oxen Spoon had your last solo dude park day together and you didn't know it was your last solo dude park day. And at one point in your lives, you and Jar Oxen Spoon had your last sleepover and you didn't know it was your last sleepover. And there's a part of we might have to coordinate a sleepover another time for you guys to have a reunion. But I am eyeing to behold, truly eyeing to behold, a park vlog of just Jar and you know, like
a second.
Just you guys wandering around the parks. I take a lot of naps. I think it's possible. I think.
Oh yes.
Send you on your merry way. So I am eyeing to behold a Jar J. Crow park vlogging 4 parks in one day 2020.
Yeah. Or we should just like park
2024.
vlog at the fun spot or something. We all see those billboards on the way to Disney World. It's free admission, the fun spot.
So that is my eyeing to behold. I still feel sad that you had your last sleepover and you didn't know it was your last sleepover. And I just want there to be a reunion for the
sweet
two dudes in Disney World. Yeah.
So
To Disney.
those were good times. Run Disney, that was fun. I mean, Run Disney was not something I even knew about probably until 2017. So amazing what all that's done. So I think Jar and I can probably easily make that happen. Or we could probably just sleep all day, which is probably what will end up happening.
Would Lindsay Crow be sad if you went off by yourself?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah. All right. So that's my eyeing to behold.
I got a kind of a different one. I don't know anyone who's done this, but I'm really looking forward to it. So Wine and Dine occurs in my birthday month, and my 50th birthday is coming up shortly after. So I gave myself a birthday present, and I am eyeing to behold the underwater world at the seas in Epcot. So I'm going to be on scuba in the seas it's been probably 6 or 7 years since I've been on scuba in open ocean, but I used to instruct scuba. So a lot of that stuff is going to be really easy to remember. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing what that's like and seeing kind of how they run things, behind the scenes and backstage to get people underwater and enjoying underwater life. So that is my birthday gift to myself.
Yeah, I remember hearing you talk about that, and I was like, "Wow, that is so cool!"
Very excited. It's called Dive Quest.
I want to see that, but that's.
If you guys want to know about it, it's called Dive Quest. Look it up on the Disney website. But
why don't we get Rezzies at the coral reef for the exact moment you're diving? Can we do that?
Look, there goes HJ.
Can I recreate the Full House episode?
Oh yeah. See, they're neat because you guys have. I think there are reservations after, and I'm hoping to be out of the water to join you for that. But yeah, you totally should.
Is there like a spot where we can like view? That would be awesome.
I have no idea.
I would get a $30 Caesar salad to watch you live out your 50th birthday dream. We could all split it. Party of 6, salad for 1. The opposite of most of our meals. Anyway, that's exciting.
I was going to say, I was eyeing to behold a different course. I really was hoping. Last year was my first year to do Wine and Dine, and I did I only did the half. And in the time I've been running at Disney, every race I've had started and ended up at Epcot. And so I was kind of hoping with the construction at TTC getting settled down and all that maybe they'd go back to the old course and we do something different. But I kind of got disappointed on that one. I'll say I'm probably eyeing to behold what costume creativity from other troublemakers are going to be pushing those newly reestablished, reworded limits. I think that could be interesting.
J. Crow, what about you? Did we hear your eyeing to behold?
No. I had one and now I can't remember it. But Kunkel brought up a good point about the course. Is it the same course as last year? I looked at the map, so
No, you don't have.
Jay would tell you all about it, but she's not going to tell you about it.
I looked at it briefly. So instead of an out and back on that 1 mile, you go a mile out and a mile back on the same course. It kind of takes you out and around, so you're not doubling back on yourself, which I thought was nice.
Yeah,
The finish line is in a different place.
I think we run by Blizzard Beach, right?
Yeah,
you run out to
Yes,
Blizzard
that's what I
Beach,
thought. Yes.
Which one? Yeah.
So when we come
that's
out,
what looked different.
Oh yeah, we go up past Coronado.
Yeah, they're just
Yes.
like, get used to this. PTSD, you got PTSD over here? Well, great. Here, experience it. This is exposure therapy for all you UW runners.
You can do this
But-
again.
but it is the same thing in that you get all your park time on the front of it, and then you run a whole lot of highway in the back of it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. You're right.
Magical miles.
They do have a lot of character stops out though, so that's good.
I do like the character stops.
I think I'm also eyeing to be. I'm looking forward to first timers. You know, it's been a couple of years now since, and I'm probably the newest of all of y'all in terms of actually running at Disney. But thinking about how exciting that was for my first time, and how they get so many first timers that run Disney events. I think that's a cool thing because it's so. I mean, I remember how I felt. It's very intimidating, especially if you're doing like a new race distance or something like that, and just looking forward to the chance to meeting and getting to encourage first timers at it. And, it's kind of like watching Christmas through kids' eyes, right? You want to recapture a little bit of that vibe from the first time. So I'm looking forward to that.
What was
That
your
is
first
very
race?
good. Oh yeah. What was your first race?
What was your
Kunkel?
first race?
My first race at Disney was the 2020 marathon.
Oh,
And for some reason, I did others after that.
And you came back.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow.
Different kind of
Bill's
stop.
was the 2020 half. Yours is 2020 full.
Yeah.
So you guys were pretty much the same.
Yep.
Well played. I love that because I think 2020 marathon it's still probably the worst race in recent Run Disney history.
I guess I figured it could only go up from there.
I guess. I love that. That is a good reminder to keep your eyes open to the people who have not yet grown cynical with Run Disney or the money we spend on it. And we would all do well to be caught up in the wonder and the whimsy.
At
All right,
3 o'clock.
how about you, as my brother would call you? How about you, Jer Bear? That's my brother's name for you.
Aw.
Jer Bear.
Well, I'm eyeing to behold getting enough rest during this race weekend. I know rest is something that eludes us a lot of times, and as we record this, the Texas Rangers have made it into the World Series. If you're confused on my baseball allegiance, yes, my number one team is the Atlanta Braves, but the hometown team is here, so I'm also a fan. Right now, it's the end of the 7th inning. The Diamondbacks are winning 4-2 against the Phillies, so who knows? They may be in the World Series, but Game 6 and 7 of the World Series are the Friday night and Saturday night of Wine and Dine, and having a team that I care about, that I would love for them to win it at home, which would be Game 6 or 7. If they win it on the road, that's great too. Kind of sad that I'll be in Disney World and not able to be in the stadium, but here we are. Just like in 2021, was celebrating the Braves World Series victory at Wine and Dines, wearing my Jock Peterson pearls around the park. Hopefully we can celebrate there we go. Chop chop. celebrate a nice first Texas Rangers World Series victory, along with celebrating a new season and new things, new friends. We're running with some new people this season, and who knows who else we'll meet, just as Lynn said. But I think it'll be an exciting season, a supersized Run Disney season, and I look forward to running or walking or traveling every mile, eating all the fuel, seeing all the things, all the new things in the park. It's going to be Christmas when we get to the park. Actually, I think the last Halloween party is the day we get there, but it should be Christmas the next day. So I like Christmas, coming from the guy who does Christmas songs during December. Oh crap, I got to write those songs too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, I look forward to Christmas decorations at the Disney place, and then it like stresses me out a little bit because
no. Remind you.
Oh yeah.
the thing you have to do.
These used to house nachos, right? This is a
Correct.
nacho.
Yes, I bought nachos in that during Game 4 of the 2021 World Series, and then washed it out in the bathroom and wore it on my head because it was so cold.
So cool. Use pizza as a blanket, like a slice of pizza to warm our bodies.
I think hearing you reflect, Mr. Spoon, I appreciate that every year we viewers, participants in the channel seem to experience you stretching the veracity of your training thinner and thinner and thinner every year. And every year you still
Do it.
dopey, and you PR'd your marathon this year. I think how we'll know that you've reached your limit is if we get a we get video footage of you on a parade bus. That's when we'll know. So I don't know if it's the season. Who knows? Maybe it won't be until 2072. But I think know the limits of the slacker method when on Ox and Spoon on YouTube premieres a video from inside a Run Disney parade bus. And honestly, I'm kind of excited for when it happens. I think because that's what I want from this channel, period. My eyeing to behold from this channel, period, is that you will not just peter off into the good night of running, that you will go so hard and so undertrained until one day it's just selfie footage of you on a bus of crying people. That is my goal. That'll be the end channel moment. And man, wouldn't that be great?
Oh yeah.
I like, subscribe, tell your mom about this.
I thought I hit the training limit 2 years ago, but here we are again.
Here you are.
So,
Here you
yeah.
are, even less.
Yeah,
It's
last
doable.
year's the 2022 Wine and Dine half marathon. I quote myself like mile 11 saying, I hate this. So it was the conditions were bad and my knee was hurting. So, but I was dressed as a bandit from Bluey. So, good. Mom,
I just tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like his knee hurts a little more for these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay.
Absolutely.
Maybe, guys, a year from now, we'll look back and we'll know the story of this season for Jar Ox and Spoon and its training. Right now, maybe not. But
I don't know if my knee is totally recovered from my last activities. I did do a triathlon of sorts.
I got really excited, guys. Let's see how far the slacker method can go.
I love that.
I think I am eyeing to behold excuses that I have put upon myself to be at the Disney place for a vacation, basically, every month for the next several months, except for, -1. So I'm just looking forward to vacations and the fact that there are races and that we have to wake up at god awful hour in the morning is just part of vacation. And so I like to remind myself every time I'm there for a race weekend that this is also my vacation. So if the race doesn't happen or doesn't happen well, it's my vacation.
Or if you don't feel like doing it.
Or if I don't feel like doing it, it's my vacation. And I can do that And it's my vacation at Disney World. And we get to go to Disney World and Disneyland. And we should all remember that.
Yeah, California.
Great perspective. Great perspective.
Yeah.
Well, Lindsay, do you want to sign us out?
Oh man, so much pressure.
It is.
Actually, Pro, I'm gonna make you sign us out. I feel it.
Okay.
I feel like you're.
I'm happy to do it. This was fun to see everyone, and I'm excited to see all the energy that's building towards Wine and Dine and how fun that's going to be when we all get there. Excited. I hope you are too, viewer. Like, subscribe, and what is it? Oh yeah, tell your mom about this.